The stock turbo in a Volkswagen Passat is the Bosch KKK Series KO3. Now, for the swap that we'll be doing, we're going to be switching to the same series of turbo, but to the KO3S. This is the turbo used in the Mark IV GTIs and similar vehicles. It's a little bit more efficient and allows us to go to 200, maybe 230 horsepower range. So it's very, very tiny, but good for this application. And this will allow us to have a very reliable setup as well. So what we'll be using, just in terms of piping, we're just using stainless steel braiding for the oil. We're using banjo fittings just like the factory is, but just different banjo fittings, newer ones. These are just generic banjo fittings and adapters from eBay. And then the oil drain, which you can see on the underside of the turbo, will be not the Passat oil drain, but the oil drain from a Volkswagen GTI, which will then go to the Passat oil pan, which we'll talk about later, so we'll be changing that as well. So that aside, the other challenge is working with the downpipe in this vehicle. So when doing the swap, you can't just use the downpipe off of the Passat or the GTI, because the way that the Mark I is designed is the axles they're kind of in the way. So the Mark I is designed in such a way that the downpipes are very close to the rear of the engine. So the downpipe has to come down off the turbo and has to route around the axle and then proceed to the undercarriage of the car. The other thing you'll notice is that we wrap this downpipe, and traditionally in an application where you're racing in the mud, you might not want to do that because water can get in here, and then water and heat will essentially speed up the corrosion of your downpipe, and it will just wear away within the heat shielding. Can't really get around that in this case because there's just so much rubber stuff, like the CV axle and stuff around this, that it just has to be wrapped, I think. So we're going to try that. Keep it water out, we'll have the undercarriage of the car protected, so we'll see what happens.